Hey there, good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So today we're doing the episode that comes first every week. This is called This Week. Usually comes out around noon, although I suspect this one will be a bit longer as I was rearranging my collection here. I added two more stacks to the far end over there, as you can see. So I was rearranging, so I got some open spaces for all these new ones I got up here at the top that I still haven't listened to. But anyways, this week is a show we put on every week in which we talk about what the content of the channel is going to be for this week, the regular shows, and the series, plus also anything new that might be coming up and anything in the past that needed to be brought up. So I'll start with the past first. So I had a couple of episodes, Monday night's Look Back, and I believe Thursday's Not What We Hoped For. I didn't do either of them. My back was just too bad on those days, so I couldn't sit still long enough to do anything, really. I'm not anticipating that being an issue this week. My back is still sore, but I can easily sit here for the length of time that I need to. So without further ado, we'll get on with the shows for the week. I just got to see my glasses. We're going to be able to look through everything. So the first episode, of course, is the one we're doing right now, which I did say, although technically speaking, as I've said often enough, that the first episode usually is the one in the morning, which is the series, but for week purposes, this is the first episode. The next episode is usually on Sunday night, but we are not ready yet to do the new show that Ben is coming up with, and we're going to work on the details of that. So probably by next week, more than likely by next week, maybe the following week at the latest, I think. So that show will be Sunday at 8. The next show up, of course, is a look back at a classic rock album. The one we're going to do is the one we were going to do last week, but we're going to do it this week. Jethro Tull's Roots to Branches. I like this album. I initially had this and Catfish Rising in my playlist and thought Catfish Rising was quite a bit better, but now I'm beginning to think this one might actually be a better album. So we'll be doing that Monday at 8 o'clock. Tuesday at 8 o'clock, we'll be starting the new mini-series, which will be put out forth by Ben. He's going to pick the bands and the gap between the two albums, and then I will talk about them. So the mini-series is called Decades Apart. This is episode 1, which will feature Iron Maiden from this album, which is their first one. Iron Maiden self-titled debut, and this one, No Prayer for the Dying, released 10 years later in 1990. I'm looking forward to talking about that. Very different albums. Anyway, so that will be the first episode of Decades Apart. And that will come out Tuesday at 8. The next show up is Favorites. What I'm doing is another one of these, another iconic rock albums that I love. So another 5 iconic rock albums that I love. So I've done 2 of these already, but they've been received kind of favorably. So I thought, you know what, I've got enough. I could do a few more, but we'll do this one for now. And then probably in a week or so, I might be doing an album ranking. I've got a few albums, not album ranking, album ranking for a particular band. I've got 2 or 3 that I could do. I'm just kind of putting them off. I'm not a big album ranker. I always feel like some albums don't get a fair shake because I haven't heard them long enough. And so that's part of the reason why I hold out. But we'll do one before the end of the month at least. So for this week on Favorites, another 5 more iconic rock albums that I love, which will come out Wednesday at 8. Next up is Not What We Hoped For. This is the episode that was supposed to go last week, but it'll go this week, and still going to feature The Who's Tommy And we will do that for Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Friday night, we're doing the live stream into the Progverse, of course. And this time, I'm going to spend some time talking about this particular album, Yes Songs. Yes's first live album. I think they were kind of forced to put this one out because people were wondering if they could actually play this stuff live. So they had to prove it, right? So we'll be talking about Yes Songs this week on Into the Progverse, the live stream. And that will be Friday at 8. Next up is the Battle of the Masterpiece albums, which will be episode number 9 already. We're moving along pretty good here. So the back half of the 16 episodes now. And this will feature the following albums. The Yes album, their third studio album. Bachman Turner Overdrive, Not Fragile. This is also their third studio album. Black Sabbath's Mob Rules, definitely not their third studio album. And last but not least, Jethro Tull's, I believe this is their fourth studio album, Aqualung. Yeah. So this should be an interesting battle. There are some serious contenders on this one. I almost took this one out and put Fragile in here just so I could do Fragile and Not Fragile together, but I decided it's kind of a bit quirky, so I didn't do it. So those will be the 4 albums that will be in the Battle of the Masterpiece album battle this week. Episode number 9 already. And the last episode will feature, and of course, sorry, I forgot to mention, that won't be out at noon on Saturday. The other episode for the week is at 8 o'clock on a Saturday. That's What's New. We do it every Saturday, although we didn't do it last week. That was the other one I didn't do because of my back. But I think that was the week before. So the album we're doing this time will be Hawkwind. There is No Space for Us, their newest album. This is a band that just so prolific. You know, they just did one last year and they're back at it again. They actually have a live album this year as well. Yeah, this guy just never rests. This will be their 37th studio album. Now, even though it's 37 studio albums, they actually have, some of them have been under different monikers. You know, so there's a couple of them under different moniker names, but still, there are still basically Hawkwind albums. Okay, so next up, the series we're running for the month of May, which is my 31 favorite new wave bands. We have another 7 bands for this week. All, I think there's a bit of a variety here, a little bit different. Some of them are more poppy, some of them are a little bit more electronic, and then there's a few that some people might not even consider new wave, but I do. So that's what matters, right? Because I'm the one doing this. So, and the other thing that will be happening is we'll be doing another 2 new series, of course. The one which is not named yet for Sunday night. We'll be doing that in the following week or week after. That's What's News coming up. And that will be put together by Ben, and then we'll talk about the details about it before we put it on the air, and that will start probably the following Sunday. The other one I have is Hidden Gems, which will take over from ranking the songs on an album. We'll start next week. I decided I'm going to put that back onto the favorites again. I kind of tried it a few weeks again and didn't really like it, so we'll do that. And the new Hidden Gems will be out. Basically, this series is just going to be about finding albums that aren't necessarily well known but are really good. That's basically the premise of it. So we'll be doing that probably starting, almost certainly starting next week, as it will be in the rotation with Not What You Hope For. So, okay, so anyways, that's it for this week. I hope there's enough interest for you here that you can find some really good stuff to listen to, and I will be here all week long putting these out. So I hope to see you all then. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you got any comments or any suggestions or anything, you can put them in the comment section below. And if I can work something in, I will try to do it. So take care and have a good one. Goodbye.